I do love the breathability. Good work there, Salomon. Love the breathability through the upper, but here's the big issue. Onward and upward. Here we go with a red. Boy, this is like the Big Bad Wolf. Remember that shoe? The Salomon Speed Cross 5 from way back in the day? Well, everybody, we are now, oh yeah, and before I press too far ahead, if you're new to the channel, you might be like, what is this guy doing dressed in a robe down in the studio, down in the bed? It's hot out. So we have the air conditioning on, so it's a little chilly, so don't you worry. And I'm just getting back from a run, so I got my running gear on. We're just hopping in, getting this review done for all of you. I'm not, after 6 years of uploading every single day to the Ethernet, to the ether, I should say, you just don't care what sometimes what you look like. So you just got to roll with it here in the studio. Salomon S-Lab Phantasm CF, a neutral road racing shoe, everybody. All right, you ready for this? Here we go, twist test. Not twisting as much as you might think. All right, we'll do one goose across the screen. All right, not a crazy, quack. I almost made a quack noise. Not a crazy twist test. There is the mileage on your screen. All right, I believe we got it past 50, and there is the stack height as well. I believe a 9mm drop. I actually really like that. Sometimes 10 is a little much. 8 is good, so 9. I like the unique number there, Salomon, with a 9mm drop in my size. There's women's size 8, men's size 9. In my size, we're looking at 7.5, 7.6 ounces. A smidge heavy, actually quite a bit heavy for a neutral road racing shoe. All right, I don't believe we actually had a women's size 8 sizing for weight for the Phantasm CF, because I believe it's a unisex shoe. I think. I do believe. Don't quote me on that. All right. There you have it. 5 out of 10 for the weight. Onto that Matrix single layer mesh infused with Kevlar. It's the same as the Pulsar and EVO lineup with respect to Kevlar in that upper. Pretty interesting. Not sure if it's totally necessary for a road racing shoe to have Kevlar in that upper, but hey, whatever floats. If you want to build a strong upper for, and you want it to last, hey, there you go. I mean, that's a pretty serious advancement for an upper on the roads. Yeah, I mean, usually you see it in the trail lineup because you're kicking rocks, kicking roots. Yeah, you're crossing creeks. Hopefully you're not doing that in a road race, if you know what I mean, all right? So here we go. Not a gusseted tongue. That impacts the lockdown score. Also, the laces, a smidge thin, so I felt them on the top of my foot, just a little bit. I do love the breathability. Good work there, Salomon. Love the breathability through the upper, but here's the big issue. Big alert, not good. I went true to size. We'll get to that again in a minute, but slipping in the heel, big time. In fact, my first run on Strava, I posted Salomon ... Oh, so close. Meaning they were close. This shoe was close to getting me very excited, except for the slipping in the heel. So that was really unfortunate. And maybe if I went a half size down, maybe a full size down, maybe thicker socks. Remember I talked about that a week or two ago. I like to test shoes with thin socks, thick socks. I did that in this guy, the Phantasm CF, and I still, with thick socks, and I still had some slipping in the heel. It was bad. It was rough, and it just broke my heart because I was really excited about the midsole, which let's get to that right now. It's an Energy Surge midsole. The midsole is a EVA olefin copolymer block foam blend. Basically, also with a molded EVA sock liner. Very interesting, okay? But what's also in this midsole, you might not be able to see it there, is what they call their energy blade, okay? We'll get a close-up shot of that energy blade. It's a carbon It's not what they're not calling it fiber, carbon, I believe composite is what they're calling it on their website, carbon composite and blade, which it's not as rigid as maybe a straight up carbon fiber plate. Anyway, I loved it. And there's my ride and energy return. I was very excited, and that's why I was so sad. As like in the first 2 or 3 miles of testing, I was like, here we go, let's rock and roll. And then I had the slipping in the heel, and I couldn't dig. I basically couldn't push as hard as I would have liked off the pavement because of that heel slipping. So overall score for the midsole, there it is. So close, Salomon. I think there's serious potential with the shoe as long as we can resolve that heel slipping. Info at DeMoorGlobalRunning.com if you pick up the shoe and you notice some heel slipping. I'll be curious if other people are experiencing this as well. Made in China. I was just looking at the tag as I was talking, and so I know a lot of people are curious as to where the shoes are made. All right, so there you go. Just reporting that for everybody. Outsole, perfect. Okay, not perfect, but really good. Not too much rubber on that outsole. It is a Conta grip rubber on the outsole. True to size for the fit. 6 out of 10. You know why it's not a 7 or 8. Comfort, 7 out of 10. It would be higher if I think, oh yeah, plasticky. That's my word. Someday that'll be in the dictionary. Plastic. It just feels, the upper feels like a little plasticky, which I don't love. It's not horrible, but that's why the comfort score isn't a little bit higher, because the midsole is rocking and rolling. Very comfortable. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot. We were getting a 39 earlier, 38.5. No, we'll go 39, round up. 39 on this side. Yep, 39 on that side as well. Perfect. It just, and as I stick my thumbs in, I forgot to mention, it's just, I like it. Salomon, I really, really like that midsole, what you're doing there. But combined with the upper, we need a little work there. All right. Positives and drawbacks. Ride and energy is my positive. Drawback is the heel counter slipping. And that durability for a road racing shoe, 400, 8 out of 10. I think it'll go to 400, mostly because of that Conta grip on. I'm seeing absolutely like zero. Let me just make sure. Yeah, zero wear and tear on that outsole. Only after the 50 miles of testing. Though, how would I use this shoe? Faster long runs. I don't. If I was racing in it, it would be half marathon and above. But faster long runs will be my go-to for this guy. And that price point, it's a little high, all right? Maybe that score could have even gone down a little bit, but we'll keep it there, $225 for the price point. And other shoes to buy on your screen. These are basically all the carbon fiber plate shoes that I've tested. I know they're not quite calling it carbon fiber plate, but all the shoes that I have tested in the last 6 to 9 months that are in that carbon category, okay? It was hard to pick out one that I'd say, who knows, maybe, I even, Saucony Endorphin Speed 2 or 3, not a carbon fiber, but I'd almost opt for that option over this guy just because of that lockdown in the heel is much, much better, all right, in the 2 or 3 on the speed side. There you have it, shoe quick specs for the Salomon S-Lab Phantasm CF. Soak it in one more time. There you go, there you go. Energy Surge midsole Contra grip rubber. All right, and that 50-mile full review score, man, again, has potential. What are we at? 6.95 out of 10. Has potential, but oh man, we just need a little attention to that heel and we'll be rocking and rolling moving forward, Salomon. All right, comment of the day, question of the day, here we go. This is a little bit of a long one, but it's a good one. Jake the Ape says, 8 months ago, I know this is a review video, but I still wanted to get on here and say that I just completed my first marathon in 3:43 in the Endorphin Pro 1. I've always been an athlete, but never a runner. I started training for a virtual half marathon last summer, which I ran in November of last year. I've fallen in love with this sport, and since I started my running journey, I've been watching Seth's videos. Thank you, Jake the Ape. His relentless positivity and love for the sport is something that's rubbed off on me by just watching the videos. Jake the Ape, all right, he goes on and on. That's what I'm talking, that's DGR. I know we do a lot of running shoe reviews on the channel, especially as of late, which is good, but at the end of the day, it's all about the doorknob, all about motivation, inspiration, and seeking a better life, okay, through this beautiful sport of running. Jake, you get the comment of the day. Question of the day: if you could choose one language to be fluent in other than your main language, like one additional language, which language would you choose to be fluent in, and why that language? I don't know. Portuguese has always kind of intrigued me. Italian, oh man, there's so many. Let us know down, and why that one? Probably so you could go travel there and just talk. That would be pretty, and like order at a restaurant without any, even thinking twice. So anyway, Jake the Ape, you get the comment of the day. There's the question of the day. And Solomon, we'll keep testing the next iteration. Again, pretty excited about the midsole. That's where the butter is for this shoe, which is important. I would say, pretty much more important than the upper, but can't have that heel slipping. All right, we will toss it to the Salomon running shoe playlist. Salomon running shoe playlist, right there, right there, right there. All right, seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.